Hey Pisces, I'm here for another reading for you today, so feel free to take in a deep breath and connect with that inner source of yours to know what parts of this reading may be for you. Everybody has Pisces somewhere in their birth chart. It is general and timeless, but if you would like a personal reading, a private one-on-one session with me, Akashic Records, to join any of our upcoming workshops, we have one on November 29th, Boundless But Boundaries, or next year's Plant Medicine and Soul Tribe Retreat for 11/11/2026 in Puerto Rico. Check out the box below. It does have the website 144bluerosetemple.com, my email, and everything else it is that you will need. And just as always, thank you for your love, thank you for all of your support, and thank you for being here today. If my energy or my readings resonate with you, feel free to subscribe. Go click on that notification bell and go like that like button so you can know when the next reading does come out and the rest of the Soul Tribe can find us. All right, Pisces, we're just going to see what the highest message is for you today. But the only thing that I'm hearing is you go by different laws. Like the rules for you, Pisces, they're different. And I don't want to say like than the average person. Pisces, you're different. And there's just some sort of recognizing that you're different. What I'm also hearing is releasing the imposter syndrome. Now, there are people, Pisces, that have made you feel bad for recognizing this difference in yourself, Pisces. Let's see what this is. For Pisces, what do we have for this reading for Pisces of Pisces, you are different. Pisces, you are different. Patience. Right away, we do have the crown chakra. For some of you, Pisces, what I'm also hearing is, yes, you're different. You know, Pisces, you just know. What I'm seeing is a lot of situations of injustice where you were right. But Pisces, and all of a sudden, like, sometimes you can hear the refrigerator, the lights, everything went quiet just now. Where Pisces, you are usually right and you were right. However, Pisces, the thing about you is you are right when there's no logic to support it. You are right 6 months or years from now. And that's what I'm seeing, Pisces, is with the crown chakra and patience, there is some sort of like veiling of your energetic field. Where yes, people can't always see you, Pisces, with the patience card here. But let's just dive a little bit deeper. Because it also feels like this isn't a reading, Pisces, of like, oh, people don't see me. Like that's not this kind of reading for Pisces. For Pisces, what do we have on Pisces knows? What do we have for this reading on Pisces knows with the patience card? Ooh, protect your energy, light your fire over here. The element of fire can resonate with you. Dancing or even maybe body movement can resonate with you. We do have light your fire, Pisces, and that's the energy of transformation, of change, of alchemy. We have patience twice. You know, but they don't know. That's what I'm hearing, Pisces. You know, but they don't know. And it's interesting, I did say for Pisces, like this is a reading, this is not rather a reading of like, oh, they don't see me, but I see me and God sees me. And, that's not this kind of reading where, yes, that's a big part of this reading. But it's more of Pisces, you know who you are, right? Releasing the imposter syndrome. You know what you're here for. You know maybe what you stand for, whatever that means for you. And heavy on the Pisces, like you see things far in advance. You know things. You call things out years, months with no logic. But we have protect your energy here. All right, so there's something though, Pisces, about you protecting your energy. But I'm here, like I'm seeing a long period of time where there's something that you're concealing or shrouding for a period of time. And there's some sort of patience in this where you know. They don't know. It could be your family, the public eye, society, people in your life. There's something, Pisces, that you know that people around you don't know. And that is enough, is like what I'm hearing. That's enough. Where this isn't a reading of like, oh, but I know who I am and my soul destiny and nobody sees me. No. Protect your energy because you know. They just don't know. What do we have for Pisces on patience? Maturity, Pisces over here. You got the maturity card. You got cycles. For Pisces, why do we have protect your energy? Ooh, baby. We have returning home over here, Pisces. The light priestess, galactic wisdom, cosmic ritual. Now, for some of you Pisces, now, pretty much everybody does have multiple soul names, you know, where it's like you find out someone's soul name or whatever, ascended, master, soul fragment they have. You know, like that's not just one part of them, right? Pisces, for some of you, I'm just going to channel as it's coming through. You have many soul names. The goddess of 10,000 names may resonate with you. For some of you, you're also very galactic. And it's interesting, like the galactic energy. So galactic light workers, galactic star seeds, they see things way far in advance. Like they may have an idea that everyone around them right now thinks they're crazy. 50 years from now, it's quite literally the future. You know, so for some of you Pisces, you may be very galactic. If you are, hey, the beginning of any Pluto shift, nobody believes you. By the end of it, they praise you. Okay, so that's also just what Spirit's saying here, Pisces. You have something very important to share. Also, what I'm hearing for you, Pisces, on spiritual attacks, nobody ever attacks an empty house. Nobody ever tries to steal something from an empty house. Pisces, your house is full. Now in the material realm, or just, you know, your human hologram, right? Your human vessel, they may not always see parts of you. There's a lot inside of you. It's not on you, it's in you. And there's some sort of patience and maturity though here, Pisces. We have life cycles, energy healing, communication. Can you be patient enough to know who you are? You know your soul destiny. Can it happen overnight? Yes, it can, but not, you know, putting new age spirituality to the side, not everything happens overnight. Despite online spiritual community and new age spiritual propaganda, not everything happens overnight, but miracle frequency. And if it happened overnight, you probably worked on it for some time in the seen or unseen. But, you know, always miracle frequency. There's maturity here, Pisces, where can you... and I have like a ringing in my ear as I say that. Can you swallow your pride? Right? And not that you have to swallow your pride, Pisces, but you know, they don't know. Those people around you, the people in the world, the people in society, the people online, they don't know. But you do. You know your soul destiny. You know your soul names. You know who you are. Can you get through or go through that season, that cycle, where they are underestimating you, clearly underestimating you? And you are that high priest or priestess card of just silence, and you're just going to take it. And not that you just took it, Pisces, but I do, for some of you, I do see a cycle where it's just like, okay. And it's just like sitting like that, the slander. People just like not giving you your credit, your coins, your this, your that. Can you take that cycle? And again, Pisces, I'm not telling you that you have to take anything, you know, but I do see a cycle here, Pisces, where you do not get the credit. You don't get your coins. You don't get the flowers. You don't, look at that, quite literally flowers, flowering spirit. Can you get through the cycle where you very well deserve your flowers, but you're not getting them? This is part of the becoming for you, Pisces. And what I'm seeing is in this season or cycle, try not to let it get to the mental emotional realm. Try not to let it get to you, your mind or your emotions, because protect your energy. We do have returning home, transition, life between lifetimes, and a loving welcome. You're going through a divine process that people cannot see, and they don't have to see. They don't have to know. And that's like the message of this reading, Pisces. Yes, you know, there could be, you know, the throat chakra, the solar plexus wound of, or the inner child wound of like, well, I'm not being seen or validated. Part of it's your protection. You are going through this crossroads, this pathway, this threshold. And in the process of some sort of becoming. With the patience card and the maturity card here too, like Pisces, what this reading is saying is like, you have a final outcome. You have something prophetic, fated, a success of this or that, whatever this is for you, you know, but they don't know. And for some of you, like, this is the collective of the Josephs, Joseph collective, where Joseph sat in that cell. He sat there. He went through that. He did that, but he knew what was going to happen, right? Like Noah building that ark, people saying all these different things about this ark being built for 50, 100 years, you know, and people are probably thinking of Noah, why don't you just quit it? Because you don't know what's coming in. You don't see the rain that Noah saw. You don't see the prophecy that Joseph saw. And that's the name of this reading. They don't know. 11:11 as I say that, but you know Pisces. And in this reading, that is enough. Why do we have patience, maturity, and life cycles? Yes. Yes, or Spirit's saying, feels like Spirit's just approving of this, of like, yes. Where they don't have to know. You don't have to prove anything, Pisces. What I'm seeing here is like the energy of a black jaguar or a black panther, where it's just very cool and calm and collected and silent. But ooh, that silence is dangerous, and not in a bad way. Not in like a bad way, but in a very powerful way. What do we have for Pisces? For patience and maturity. You have unlimited abundance and miracles, Pisces. Miracle frequency. All right, there is a miracle on the way. Why do we have protector energy and returning home? Why do we have protector energy and returning home? Is that High Priestess? DNA and High Priestess, baby. It is in your DNA over here. All right. Now, not necessarily that it says this, but Pisces, you are a high priest or priestess on a DNA soul level. All right. Protect your energy, returning home. For some of you going through DNA activations, there is a new cycle coming in for sure. Why do we have DNA and high priestess for protect your energy? We do have cycle. Ooh. Ancestral spirit over here. With the DNA as well, your ancestors are very much with you in this process too, and protecting you. All right. But Pisces, this is the kind of thing where it's like, say you sign a contract where it's like, you know, say you live, and this is also just life, right? You live in a 1-bedroom, a studio for 2 years to live forever in a big home, or this or that, right? Whatever resonates with you. That's what I'm seeing. And that could be in this world, this realm, you know, where you're going through a certain season or cycle. Patience, humility, not needing the proof or the validation, not needing to prove yourself to anyone about like your current status, where it is that you're going. This is a reading of, they don't know, but you do, Pisces, and let them, because this is fated for you. This is coming in for you. This is also a divine process for Pisces. And did we have that reading yesterday for live, the water signs, or was it the day before? We had a reading that basically said of like, you're going through initiation, and the way it works is, we have 9 of Cups over here. I'm going to keep this for this reading. There's a shift without of you to bring a shift inside of you. Law of correspondence. And Pisces, I'm also hearing the word, the initiate mind. Not that this is truth, but at least to me. Be very careful. Did we do that reading the other day? I think we did. Be careful with me. Be careful when you see someone going through a hard time, losing a lot. When we see this through the eyes of the mystery school teachings or the initiate mind, that person's about to have a lot. That person, clearly they're going through an initiation, but For like mystery school, if you know, you know what's coming in for that person. With the hard work it is that they're doing, the emotional, spiritual, mental labor, right? It's interesting. We have unlimited abundance here. Pisces, you're getting paid for your spiritual, mental, emotional labor that you did. It's not just, we receive abundance, reward, success, prosperity from the physical labor that we do. Pisces, you're about to get a reward from the universe for the spiritual, mental, emotional labor. For some of you, physical labor too. But what this reading is really saying, Pisces, is like, you are a divine one, Pisces. You're a chosen one. You are 144,000. Do not listen to the non-initiate mind. Because the non-initiate mind is going to always see you in duality. And you're always going to flip the script on them, Pisces. All right, so let's get a reading. I'm going to get a reading for protect your energy and patience, maturity. Why do we have patience, maturity, and life cycles? Why do we have patience, maturity, and life cycles? You get justice, Pisces, balance. And in ancient Egypt, ancient Kemet, one goes through Ma'at, right? The weighing of the scales for that process. All right. Heart is weighed over here, and it is as light as a feather, Pisces. All right, and we're going to get a card, or a few cards. Why do we have DNA, High Priestess, protect your energy and returning home? Why do we have DNA, High Priestess, protect your energy and returning home? Why do we have protect your energy? Why do we have protect your energy? Pisces, you are being led right now to, ooh, not the confirmation, Pisces. Sorry with the finger pointing. I don't mean to. Pisces, you are being protected from people, relationships that can bring you any form of like chaos, negativity. Look at that, Two of Cups. What Spirit's saying in this reading is we don't have time. No, I'm going to word this. I'm going to try to word this in the best way that I can. Because it's not to say that we don't have time for broken hearts. I'm not saying that. There are certain broken hearts you can avoid, and that is the truth, right? Where using your discernment, protecting your energy. Don't just date someone because you want to date. Make sure that it's aligned, right? And I'm getting a call as soon as I'm saying that. Make sure that, your workplace is aligned. Don't just go somewhere out of desperation. Don't connect with just people because you're lonely and bored out of desperation. No dating out of like lonely, bored. I just want to find my person. There are certain karmic cycles and relationships you can prevent, Pisces. And what Spirit is saying here is you can protect your energy by avoiding these Three of Swords situations, Four of Swords. You have your own peace. You've created your own peace. And so the bare minimum requirement for anyone to enter your life, and honestly what I'm hearing, Pisces, is like, it's the last day of Scorpio season. And for shadow work, shadow integration, it's okay to own that shadow and make it a priority. You gotta bring the bare minimum of peace to my life. That's the bare minimum I'm asking for, is like peace, which is like no games, no lies, drama, things like that. And I will say here, Pisces, like you truly are treated as like a royal high priest or priestess on this earth. And I'm not talking royalty as far as material. Should I channel this? Should I channel what it is that I'm seeing right now? We have the Devil card, we have the Page of Wands, we have the King of Wands over here. I'm just going to channel it as it's coming through. So what I am seeing, Pisces too, because we have this here, you could be dealing with a karmic Capricorn or Aries, Leo, Sagittarius over here. All right, so that's just there as well. But it is confirmation, Pisces, as what I'm seeing is this like, and not elite in the way that most people know of it in this world. There was a high priestess years ago that she said elite in spirituality, and again, not that this is true, it means chosen ones, elite, like the highest consciousness, not the way that we know of it in this world, in this realm. Pisces, what I see is that like you are royalty. You come from a royal lineage. And at the end of the day, royalty really is consciousness. I see that you have some sort of elite protection. Okay, but by that, I mean like where you really need a wristband to get into your energetic field. Your spirit team is very... And it's your ancestors. We have DNA High Priestess. It's your ancestors. It's all of your spirit team. They're not going to allow things that most people would, or even that you would allow into your energetic field. Like truly, people in your energetic field are kind of held to a high standard. But by high standard, I really just mean pure, you know, where... It's like, no, unfortunately, or fortunately, the games, the this, the that, the hiding things behind one's back, someone who's unhealed and who's coming into your life to just kind of play you like a toy or this or like, it's not, I'm almost hearing like it's not acceptable, you know, in your energetic field, Pisces. For Pisces, why do we have 4 of Swords and the 3 of Swords for protect your, oh, Pisces, yep, I said what I said, or Spirit said what Spirit said. You're treated as an empress here. Again, it's like this almost elite protection around you. All right. And it's not coming from a place, though, of like higher than or more than. You are very pure. You are very much in alignment. And I'm just going to channel this the way it's coming through. When it comes to relationships, Pisces, you are someone that you may not have many relationships. 222 as I say that. And really it's like protecting your energy. And I mean, that's also a soul aligned reality, right? You're calling in what's soul aligned. It feels like I'm hearing Pisces, like your energetic field filters out a lot of people, a lot of things. For Pisces, for protect your energy, DNA High Priestess, why the 10 of Swords? Why the 8 of Swords? Oh, and why the 7 of Pentacles here? Why the 7 of Pentacles? We have I know my destiny here. Why Ace of Cups with the 8 of Swords? Why Ace of Cups, 8 of Swords, and the 8 of... Why Queen of Swords here for Pisces for protect your energy? Why Death card for Pisces? Why the Death card for Pisces? Why the Death card for Pisces? I'm laughing because... Now, it's the last day of Scorpio season, and we have the dying with a smile again for the last day of Scorpio season. So just a happy Scorpio season to all Scorpios. Scorpio season after Pisces season is my personal favorite season, but whatever resonates with you. So when I see the Death card, I think of Hades, right? However, I am wearing pink, okay? When I channel Hades, I wear pink, and it's the last day of Scorpio season, so I just knew Hades was going to come out. Queen of Swords. Pisces. It's not, you're not being punished at all when it comes to your relationships. Things will end. People will be taken from you as protection to protect your pure heart, to protect your future and your soul destiny. We have the Queen of Swords here, like Pisces, truly your energetic field is a sword. You know, you could think of it as you're in alignment with God's will, soul alignment, whatever resonates with you. You're in alignment with truth over here. So Hades, right? Most people know of Hades in a very distorted way, which is not like always this god of the underworld. He's absolutely not malevolent at all whatsoever. He's probably the most benevolent Greek god out of all the Greek gods. If you actually look into Hades' story, he's the most benevolent counselor and judge out of all the Greek gods, which is why he's completely separate from them. It's almost like he doesn't want to deal with their foolery, and he just kind of counsels the Greek gods in Olympus. But with Hades here, so some of you may resonate with Hades. You may just also have a spirit guide that's like, ooh, they tell the truth. And it's not that they're not nice. They're not malevolent at all whatsoever. They love you so, that's like a Kalima. They love you so much. And I forgot I even had the High Priestess ring on the Kalima over here. So just confirmation, High Priest or Priestess out there. Your guides love you so much that, you know, it's like that hard truth, right? Where it's like, I know you like that friend. I know you like that person. And they're probably a good person, like, you know, on book. But we see that this is going to happen 6 months from now. They're going to go through that, or they're going to make you go through that. And so we're going to protect you here. And that's what I'm seeing, Pisces. This reading has come out before for you in the past, where it's basically, you are protected even beyond your understanding, beyond sometimes what's even comfortable for you, Pisces. Right? So like, for example, if you do resonate with Hades as a protector, so as a spirit guide, and I will say, if you go to Google, you don't find any of this stuff on Hades. It's like all the video game stuff on Hades. When it comes to Hades as a protector or as a spirit guide, Hades protects you from the underworld of other people that they have not dealt with. So say, for example, someone has like these traumas, you know, this or that. Say someone's full of fear, right? So like, say they're a nice person on book. They are full of fear, and one day they're going to turn on you. Hades is not going to allow that person near you. He's not going to allow that to prosper. Hades protects you from death cycles, confirmation, patience, cycle. So for some of you Pisces, again, this is not punishment, actually. This patience is protection, where you're not getting what your ego wants. You're not even getting, yeah, you know, like the validation, right? Where for some of you, even the people around you are just like, how do I word it? You may get, you know, and what's the word? You're not getting the validation from others. You know, definitely, they're not validating you. It's just what's coming through here, Pisces. They don't need to. Like, be okay with that time where they see that no one's around you. They see this, they see that. That's okay, because you know the truth, Pisces. So again, for those of you maybe who resonate with Hades, it could be Kalima, right? Because Kalima operates actually very similar. It could be another deity, god, goddess, protector of yours. They will protect you from death cycles that you are not meant to go through, that is not in alignment with your soul destiny. Yes, you love that person. They look really good on book. They're probably a good person. You are going to go through a death cycle with them in 2 years, and that's actually not in your soul destiny and fate, and so they're removed, or it doesn't work out. But because it was never meant for you in the first place, you know, that's what I'm seeing over here. In the in-between, Pisces, so in between one cycle to the next, in between your success, your becoming, whatever this is for you, or your initiations, you are very protected from things that you don't have to go through. And again, like, I think everyone can relate to this, where it's like, say you meet someone, you start dating someone, it is great for 2 years. And then it's a huge divorce, a huge this, a huge settlement, this or that. Well, you know, go back 2 years of the giggles, the smiles, you know, would you change those things? You have spirit guides that, again, they don't necessarily cater to your ego, but your protection is unmatched. And when I say unmatched, the protection that you have, Pisces, I'm sorry, just one more time. I know I repeat things. Unmatched. Judgment, I know my destiny, the Sun card. You're not, I'm hearing Love Locked Down by Kanye West. We have the Ace of Cups with the Eight of Swords, the Hermit card. Pisces, this is not a love lockdown. It's not even punishment. For some of you, and I will say again, it's the last day of Scorpio season. For some of you, Hades can resonate with you, or it's another like dark god, goddess energy or archetype that's wanting to help you with some sort of shadow work here. You're not being punished at all. There's no curse upon your love life. It's not a curse, it's a blessing. You are so protected, unmatched protection, that the second your spirit team sees something a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right of your soul destiny, you're protected. Person removed. You know, they could be in your life, giggles and smiles. The second that your spirit team starts to see that person go this way, removed. Like you have this elite protection. You know, it's like very high level protection over here. And it's not always going to make the ego happy, but it makes your soul happy. I am full of joy. The Sun card, Judgment, joy. Seven of Pentacles. It allows your wealth to keep growing through this protection. But what I do see, Pisces, is in your life, sometimes the protection, like it even had you thinking of like, is there something wrong with me? You know, like, am I being punished, this or that? As soon as I say that, I get a 777. For Pisces, for patience, maturity, and life cycles, why 9 of Cups? For patience, Pisces, I do see this as a time of where truly what does not serve you has been released from you. I release burdens that no longer serve me. For maturity, patience, and life cycles, why 6 of Cups? Why 8 of Cups? Confirmation, you may have left in Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Why the Justice card here? Why? Because you're in alignment with your truth. Ace of Swords. So confirmation, Pisces, you're showing up as this King and Queen of Swords over here. Judgment, I know my destiny. Pisces, how do I word this? You don't have to sacrifice your soul destiny, your soul mission for love and for relationships, partnerships. You know, where like Pisces, you have a big mission here. You have DNA and High Priestess, okay? Like this protection, all of it, this is soul. This is in your DNA. It's in your cells, every fiber of your being. And look at that, 2 swords over here. So that sword of truth, Pisces, you're closing out this reading with, and you're in soul alignment by the end of this reading. Justice card here. All right, you get your justice, truth. But Pisces, in the past, you have been surrounded by people who they didn't even know their truth. And for some of you Pisces, you need to hear these words. They learned their truth through you or from you, where they didn't even know their full truth. You are being guided here, Pisces, to more focus on your mission, your journey. And it's not to say that you're not going to have relationships. They're going to be in alignment with this. If they're not, what I do see is it just comes back around over here anyway. For Pisces, why King of Wands with the 6 of Cups here? Yeah, Pisces, this is someone that you love, someone from the past, but you were not meant to move forward. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Why 6 of Cups with the King of Wands for Pisces? Yeah, 3 of Swords. It ended up breaking your heart here, Pisces. You have a mission and purpose. Ace of Pentacles, the 8 of Cups. You went straight into some sort of work, job, abundance. Why the Ace of Pentacles here? Pisces, because that's your truth. 3 of Cups, party, celebration over here. Again, this reading is not saying, Pisces, that it's all about, you know, say money or abundance or this or that. I will say, Pisces, take this as it resonates. You don't have a lot of lifetimes left. Take that only if it resonates with you, only if you have heard those words before. And that you already, you know, we're speaking of like Pisces, you know your truth, right? for those Pisces who know your truth, you don't have a lot of rodeos at all left. And so you do not need to learn the relationship cycles and lessons like other people do. You are not a Pisces that's going to be in all these relationships for 50 years. You are someone who will just have a few. You do not need to learn cycles through karmic people. What I do see is you came here to sign a soul contract, or you signed a soul contract to get to work. But soul work, right? Your mission, your purpose, your whatever that it is for you. Ace of Swords, I embrace truth and clarity over here. Ace of Pentacles, you walked away from an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You went straight into your truth and straight into justice and soul destiny. And so I will say your spirit team, your spirit guides are very, I kind of want to say strict, maybe disciplined. This is love, right? The highest vibration is not like love, Aphrodite. It's authenticity. Authentically, Pisces, I know that person was probably a good person on paper. They're going to hurt you 6 months from now, so they were removed kind of thing. And that's what I'm seeing here, Pisces. It's coming through to shift your perspective that, no, you're not being punished at all here. You're also not meant to be alone. You're not cursed or anything like that. You are very protected. And Spirit wants to make sure that you're doing what you need to do for your soul mission, soul purpose. Pisces, you also need to know that you're meant for abundance. You are meant to have some sort of abundance in this lifetime of whatever feels secure for you. It's going to be different for every person. You are meant for a form of abundance that somebody else is not going to hold for you. You hold that abundance on your own. All right. And Spirit's really protecting actually your blessings here and the things, especially the abundance, Ace of Pentacles, that's in alignment with your soul destiny, that's soul aligned, whatever resonates with you. Relationships can be a distraction if it's not aligned. Now, what is the advice for Pisces for this reading? You are the Empress over here. Okay, 10 of Cups, joy and abundance is yours, Pisces. Again, over here, you closed off with Judgment. I know my soul destiny, the Sun card, right? You know your soul destiny. You know the final outcome. So don't worry about what they think and the becoming and the this and the that. You know your soul destiny. You know who you are. For some of you, you know your names of authority. You know what the final outcome is, Pisces. And so live and be in that frequency right here, right now. And one day they will understand, or they won't. But what I do see, Pisces, is you are so protected and you're actually you're receiving so much abundance, unlimited abundance. Empress card, I am abundant. And again, it's not being mean. This is the truth. This is love that your spirit team has for you, Pisces. Yeah, and what was I going to say? I think we're just going to leave off on there, Pisces. All right, that when it comes to those people in your life, either they're going to be part of it or they're not. And that's really what Spirit is saying. And it's not coming from a place of like, oh, they need to treat you like royalty. Like, Pisces treat other people like royalty too, But I will say, they have very high standards for how you're treated. And it has actually nothing to do with you. That people, they don't have to like it. They're going to have to deal or wrestle with God because it really is not you. This is your spirit team of, there's high standards regarding you. And part of it, Pisces, is that final outcome. Your worth is not the right here, right now. To your spirit team, to God, to your ancestors, your worth is who they know that you are and who they know that you're going to be. What do we have for Pisces? Blossoming abundance. What do we have for Pisces for advice for this reading? Cornucopia. All right, so you have a cornucopia coming, a feast, a blessing. This is abundance over here. Now, I will say too, because we did mention Hades, and some of you may resonate with Hades. I will say, even on Google, there's nothing on him that you're going to be able to find. He holds the cornucopia though. All right. So, and is the god of wealth. Pluto represents wealth and power, abundance and death and transformation, but it can all coincide as one. All right. So we have abundance, cornucopia over there. What do we have for Pisces for this reading? We have earth. The powerful energy of the yin represents the earth, moon, and motherhood. It nurtures you and makes you strong. Welcome the positive vibration from the southwest and stay grounded. Grasp the golden energy and timing, end of summer or beginning of fall. All right, so earthing Pisces, and it really does feel like manifestations are coming in. Like whatever's coming in for you, it is going to be materialized for you. This is material abundance that you're going to hold, Pisces. And I will say, at least from what I see here, you will be completely unrecognizable. All right, and whatever this final outcome is for you. What do we have for Pisces for this reading? Wise decision. Owls can resonate with you. All right, Pisces, and it does feel like in general spirit, look at it. I make wise decisions. My decisions are guided by justice and truth. All right, so making wise decisions here, Pisces. I'm going to grab just a few more cards. There are a few more cards for Pisces. We do have Melchizedek. You have learned from experience. More inner study is now required to further progress. Higher learning over here. And that's what I keep hearing in this reading. We do have ancestors. Okay, so Pisces, your ancestors, your spirit guides, they are all here. And when it comes to more inner study is now required to further progress. I see a lot of the Hermit card for you, Pisces. You know, the way that you learn lessons is not through like meeting people for 3 weeks and you learned a lesson through that karmic cycle. This is a lot of spiritual energy, a lot of introspection, Pisces. You know, you are someone that you go directly to the divine, directly to source, to your spirit guides. You may even be very esoteric, where it's like one specific guru, teacher, or person. I'm also seeing plant medicine in my mind's eye as well. But Pisces, you're someone that you go within. But also when it comes to like the higher, for some of you Pisces, you may resonate with the 8th to 12th dimension. I'm also hearing the word Earth Ray Star. What is the final message for Pisces? We have memories, fragments, reclaiming over here. Relics of Lumeria. Now, Lumeria can resonate with you, Pisces. But in general, you are reclaiming soul wisdom, soul memory, and soul fragments through all time and through all space. What we saw here is you're going through a very divine cycle. And you don't really need the validation, the proof, anything from anyone but God and your spirit team and yourself, Pisces. This final outcome, your soul destiny, it's prophetic, it's fated, it's going to happen. And so you standing in your worth in that now of whatever this is, but also know your protection. You're not protected of the right here, right now. You're protected from whatever is going to happen for you in the future. So just also sitting with that, reclaiming that, and owning that. All right, that's what I have for you, Pisces. I hope that it resonates in a positive way. I'm sending you all so much love and so many blessings to your day.